Open up. Open up or I'll dump him on the porch. John! Anybody home?
My uncle isn't here.
Hello.
Is he dead?
Smell him.
Ooh, smells like a brewery.
I think he's trying to be one.
Well, who is he? Why have you brought him here?
Don't you want him?
Well, I certainly do not, and I'll thank you kindly to get him out of here.
I don't think your uncle would like that. Where is he?
He's out looking for Danny Hawkins, the cook.
That's Danny Hawkins, the cook.
Oh.
You haven't been here very long, have you?
No, I just arrived this afternoon from Boston.
And you're Miss Catherine Mary O'Fallon. Your uncle told me he was expecting you. I'm Sergeant Mike Fleming.
That's the idea. Get
Oh,
after him.
shut up.
It's a great, glorious victory.
What's he talking about?
He's celebrating the Boer War.
That was over years ago.
Danny is still celebrating.
All right.
Miss O'Fallon, do you have any coffee ready?
I will have as soon as it boils.
All right. It's a great, glorious victory.
I hope it boils before Danny starts celebrating Waterloo.
What are you going to do with them?
All right.
Would you pump that handle, Miss O'Fallon?
It's water. I'm drowning.
How about that coffee now? My boy, you're in no condition to get supper tonight. Can you cook, Miss O'Fallon?
Of course I can cook. I made this coffee.
Well, then you're elected to get supper for your uncle. Thanks. You made this?
Mm-hmm.
Now I know why it's tea they prefer in Boston.
Isn't it strong enough?
Danny, my good man, I'm thinking you'll never again celebrate the end of the Boer War. This coffee's gonna take the lining clean out of your stomach.
Poison. I'm poisoned. Ugh.
Poison might indeed be kinder. You better get started with supper. I'll give you a hand as soon as I get into bed. On second thought, Miss O'Fallon, don't touch a thing. I'll fix it myself.
Oh, is that yourself, Mike?
Morning, John.
Denise tells me you helped to fix up that good dinner last night.
Yeah, I helped a little. Sorry I couldn't stay around with you got home.
Well, if ever you need a permanent job as a cook, I'll hire you.
I'll remember that.
Kind of early for you to be around, isn't it?
Oh, I hadn't noticed the time.
You looking for someone?
No, I just thought as long as I was in the neighborhood, I might as well say hello to Miss O'Fallon. That is, if she would speak to me.
And the last I saw of her, she said she was going to get one of the hands to saddle a horse for her.
Can she ride?
That, Michael, is a moot question. Very moot indeed.
Whoa, Bolo. Well, good morning, Miss O'Fallon.
Oh, it's you again. Why did you stop me?
You better get off before you fall off.
I was enjoying myself.
Where are you now? You'll find, Miss O'Fallon, that if you're going to ride a man's saddle, you'll do well to wear a man's pants.
I was doing very nicely, thank you.
Mike, will you be a good lad and prevent the calamity?
John had asked me to prevent a calamity. I suppose I did so far as Kathy's riding was concerned. She learned to wear a man's pants, and she became quite an expert horsewoman. But as I came to know Kathy better, another kind of calamity threatened. I began to fall in love with her. I struggled against it as best I could, but I was doomed from the start.
I hereby award you a medal for courage above and beyond the line of duty, for teaching Catherine O'Fallon how to ride a horse.
Well, that's an honor I shall always treasure.
Aren't you going to wear it?
I'm afraid the commissioner wouldn't understand. You know, rules and regulations.
Oh, Oh, the force is just full of rules and regulations. I happened to hear a certain person say the other day that a Mountie had to be a member of the force for 5 years before he could get married. Now, they wouldn't have a regulation like that, would they, Mike?
That is the regulation, Kathy.
Oh, but that's so silly.
There's a reason for it. After 5 years, a man knows what kind of life he's asking the woman to share with him.
Well, I think that's terribly unfair. How long have you been in the force, Mike?
Oh, about 6.5 years.
Oh, that long. Oh, well, I guess the men who write those regulations really do know best.
I hope so.
Because if you'd married a few years ago, you might have made a terrible mistake. Well, take the snow, for instance.
Snow?
Oh, they do have snow in the north where you're going, don't they?
Well, we have snow, yes.
It's probably just like Boston in the winter.
Well, no, Kathy, it's not. I've lived in places where my closest neighbor was 2 weeks away by dog team.
The trouble with Boston is it's so crowded. People are all jammed together.
The North Country is rough, sometimes dangerous.
Well, do you know how many people were killed in Boston last year by horseless carriages?
It gets awfully cold up north. I've seen the thermometer drop to 50 and 60 degrees below zero.
You know something, Mike? I never catch cold in the winter.
Really?
Never.
Sometimes a Mountie goes on patrol for weeks and weeks.
Well, if you really love a person, you're never alone.
If we're going to get to that dance, I better take you back to Uncle John's.